Okay, now that I have that little Batman rant out of the way, let's get back to something a little more familiar. Street Sharks Jab, today on World of Stuff. As we continue to take another look at Street Sharks, with this wave in particular, it had a choice of either Slash or Ripster. Since I covered a bad guy previously with Dr. Paranoid, and this one wave had Slash, I decided to go with Jab here because, well, that's my personal taste. Your individual results and tastes may vary. Now, according to his bio, Jab here seems to be the Raphael type hothead of the group with a camo pants and a nasty attitude. But considering the cartoon they all act like Valley Boys, it's kind of to tell with that. Anyway, let's get this opened up here. Here we go. Okay, I see. Mint and box collectors, look away. And again, we have the same situation with the most of the cage covered, just not the bottom. You can adjust it as you will. The more you collect, the more full cages you can create. That. Clean this up a little. Alright. Alrighty. And we have Jab. Now, with the Sharks themselves, they had a couple of interesting gimmicks. We'll get to the other one in a moment. But the main one was if you press down on the dorsal fin, their jaw opened and could bite down on stuff. Now this is very soft plastic, so you're not going to worry about damaging anything, including a child. But still, I can see why a mom might be a little freaked out by this. As for the second gimmick, you'll see that Jab's arm is in a very odd position. That's because if you pull down on the arm, he does this headbutt action. A little eerie looking, but it can be done. Which kind of reminds me of something that only a few of you might get. If you've ever seen the movie Wayne's World with the scene with the extreme close-up, that's kind of what you got here with Jab. Every time he uses his this combat gimmick. Still, at least I managed to make a decent use of the theming of a hammerhead shark. As for the rest of the articulation, so you can bend the arm, but you kind of have to keep it in a weird position anyway, because of how this works. You can readjust it, but I don't know for how long. Wrist rotation, and up and down, so that's impressive. So full rotation, right, the universal joint for the shoulder on the left arm, universal joint for the elbow here, universal for the wrist, so you got a full range of motion on that arm. Yay. Waist rotation. So they did have them on some of these figures, at least the Sharks did. Ball joint for the hips. Very almost academic knee bend. And the feet can rotate. So there you can get them into some action poses. Does that excite you? Now, yes, you may have noticed that Jab here, it does seem to have something of a golden look to him. Now, I know that with the soft rub plastic, this won't be a problem. The harder stuff, well, we'll just have to see in a few years. They might have worked it out. But after all, this is Mattel, not Hasbro. And this isn't the 90s anymore. So, hopefully things will be alright. I'll have to keep you posted in like a decade. If I'm here that long. Now, since Street Sharks can be available rather sporadically, finding one might be a bit of a challenge. But if you can find one, it's definitely worth tracking down. If you don't pick up this one, there's plenty of others you can get. After all, there's at least 4 Sharks here, so in the line, and 3 bad guys. So you're in good shape depending on what you want. Anyway, I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been Street Sharks Jam. And I remind you all, free mind, free your toys.